I'm sure you've seen somebody do pull-ups with such a ease and grace that you probably thought, I want to be able to do pull-ups just like him. But then the thought of that made you feel bad because you're painfully aware of the fact that you can't do even one pull-up. Now, by the end of this short video, you will firmly believe that anyone, including you, can learn to do pull-ups. So let's start changing your beliefs right now. Ready? Here we go. If you have 2 arms, you can learn to do the pull-up. Period. I don't care if you're female or male, small or large, if you're old or young. I don't care. Anybody can learn to do the pull-up. All you need is to acquire the skill. And I'm saying acquire the skill because pull-ups are an acquired skill. They're not an innate capability like push-ups, for example. Push-ups are easy. I mean, go down, go back up. Go down, go back up. And all it takes is strength. But the pull-up requires a learned skill, which goes way beyond just being strong. Think about it this way. If you want to hit a tire with a sledgehammer, you need 2 arms and also the ability to swing that hammer and hit the tire. Those are your pull-ups. Those are your push-ups, excuse me. Now, if you want to learn to play the piano, you also need 2 arms, right? But you need something more than that. You need to acquire the skill. It's the same with the pull-up. The pull-up is like learning the piano, only much simpler than that. So, why is it then so difficult to learn to do even one pull-up? There are 2 big reasons for that. Reason number 1, we train for the pull-up using the wrong exercises. And reason number 2, we train using assistance instead of our own body weight. Now, in the first case, we think like that. I want to be able to learn to do the pull-up, so I have to train my biceps, I have to train my lats, and so we end up training the wrong exercises. We end up using isolation exercises. But the problem with that is the pull-up is a much more complex movement pattern that requires that we train it exactly like the pull-up is done. There is no other way around it. With the other big problem, we use pull-up assistance machines and rubber bands. And there are 3 big problems with this approach all on its own. The first big problem is that assist machines and rubber bands provide too much help, too much assistance exactly at the wrong times. The second big problem is that they don't train some of the very important muscle groups that are needed for the pull-up. For example, the core. That's a very important muscle group for the pull-up. And the third big problem with this is they provide so much assistance that when somebody is trying to transition from assisted pull-ups to non-assisted pull-ups, it's actually harder for them than if they started training the pull-up with their own body weight. The transitioning is much harder. I mean, there are countless of stories of people telling us that they can do 8, 10 assisted pull-ups with very minimal assistance, but when they try to transition to non-assisted pull-ups, they tell us their muscles feel like frozen. So these are the 2 big reasons why we're not learning to do the pull-up. And now you're asking, okay then, but how do I learn to do one pull-up? And that's a good question. Let me give you 3 steps. Step number 1, train the pull-up exactly by doing pull-ups. This is called specificity. Specificity means if you want to learn to play soccer, you will sign up for soccer practice. You're not going to sign up for tennis practice, right? That's specificity, doing exactly the same thing that you're trying to learn. Step number 2, use gravity and your own body weight, not assistance. And all you need is just a couple of techniques, static holds and negatives. That's it. It's fairly simple. And at the end of this video, I will link to another video that I made a couple of years ago. It's a fun video, but I explain these couple of techniques there. And step number 3, train the pull-up often. Train it every day, 3 to 5 times a day. That's right, every day, 3 to 5 times a day. Now, this video that I'm going to link to at the end of this video says in it that you should train the pull-up every other day. Now, keep in mind that it's a fun video. I made it for fun some years ago. So, train every day, 3 to 5 times a day. And that's it. For example, me, I have a pull-up bar that's bolted right here on my office door frame. And as I go through the door several times a day, I do a few pull-ups. That's what I do. So these are the 3 steps. These are the only 3 steps you need to follow to learn to do the pull-up. And if you do these 3 steps, I'm absolutely confident that you can learn to do the pull-up. There is no doubt in my mind that you can learn to do the pull-up. Now, as I'm closing this video, I want to leave you with a thought. There are 2 types of people in the world. Those who talk about things and those who make things happen. Which kind of person are you? Now, I know that if you've watched this video thus far, I know which kind of person you are, and I'm sure you know it too. So get to work and get it done. Learn to do the pull-up. And remember, I am here to support you every step of the way on your journey. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've liked the information in this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel by using the subscribe button below in this corner. This way you won't miss on any of the upcoming powerful videos on how to master your body and your mind. Also, make sure to share this video with your friends. I'll appreciate it, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it too. If you have any questions, take a few seconds to write down your questions in the comments below. I'd love to answer them for you. Remember, I want to be of service to you in any way I can. And finally, don't forget to apply what you've learned in this video. There is an enormous power in taking immediate action. Remember, the world belongs to those who do. See you in the next video.